Hello.
Hey, welcome. It is Monday. Happy Monday.
Is it Monday? Wait a minute.
It is Monday.
I feel like I gotta fix something already.
Y'all, we are missing Cameron. And when I say we are missing Cameron because she's on her honeymoon. But we're also missing Cameron because, Cameron has that Cameron-ness.
That's right, her Cameron-ness and
her
that laugh and
Cameron-ness,
that
yes.
smile and everything. Yes, that's right.
That's it. And so we'll talk a little bit more about Cameron and her beautiful wedding a little bit later in the show. So today you've got me and you've got Ryan, and I tell you what, that is a dangerous combination.
Yeah, that's right. It is
Cameron
dangerous.
has prayed for us. She prayed that we would survive this segment together until she gets back, and we are so going to try. Actually, she's not going to be here next week either.
I know,
so
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
The audience has 2 weeks with us.
Oh Lord!
Can we do it? Can we make it?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to be on my best behavior. Ryan makes it so hard though. But I am going to try.
I mean, we have a great show though coming up for you because today I want to say that you have planned the entire thing, which is so I'm just gonna sit back.
If it's bad, Ryan's already given his disclaimer that I had nothing to do with this.
That's right. Hey, it's the Darian Show. I'm just pushing buttons back here. That's all I'm doing.
That's so wrong. We're supposed to be in this together. All right. So look, we're going to kick it off with our question of the day. And for those of you who are tuned in, feel free to answer. We'll share those, during the podcast. The question of the day is, what is your most meaningful childhood tradition? And it's a two-part. And did you carry it over to your family?
Okay, first of all, two-part questions don't work well for me because I'm like
because he's the odd number. Pretend like it's 1 and 1.
Makes 3, right? Okay. So a childhood
Ryan
tradition.
is odd.
See, here we go. Can I mute you now? I'm muting the mic.
Mute.
Everybody, if there's a childhood tradition, please let us know in the chat as well. But childhood tradition that and I was not given this question ahead of time, by the way. I just want to let everybody know.
Yes.
So, childhood tradition. Wow, that I don't want to take up too much time, but trying to think. We didn't. I feel like fall because it's fall. I should be saying something like Bob for apples or went to a pumpkin patch or something like that. But in New Orleans, it basically went from summer to maybe a splash of cold, and then it came back up to summer. And I remember the leaves falling, but we would always have brown. Like it would never be red and yellow and so on until I moved a little bit further north. So yeah, I'm stalling, as you can tell, to answer the question.
Yeah, so you can try to figure it out.
Childhood tradition. I feel like actually this is one, right? So things like going to grandma's house on a Sunday, I mean, it's the little things like that.
Yeah.
I remember getting, I don't know, like one of my favorite treats from my grandmother, Heloise, one of my grandma's names, was lemon drops.
Oh,
and she would put them in the refrigerator to keep them cold instead of them being room temperature. I thought that was great. So it's things like that I think about. Gosh, I had traditions. I mean, and of course for Christmas, we would always, as kids. Now I will say this, and this is to answer the second part of the question. For Christmas,
yay you.
We would see microphone gone. Hold on, let me put the camera on me. Okay, it's just on me now, y'all. You pretend like you don't hear that voice over there. So, Christmas tradition was always this. My dad would set up a video camera to record us, and we couldn't come out to see the gifts on Christmas morning until he had set up the camera. He maybe had some lights going or whatever, just to, he had music in the background.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then so he'd start the music, and then me and my sister would march out from the hallway, and we would of course have the look of surprise, like, oh my gosh, it's the best Christmas ever, and that kind of, and that's
Ryan was starring in his own movie.
Look, way before I
way
even had the thought, right? Exactly. So, and that's how we
and
grew
way
up.
before you were ever in a marching band. Look at that.
See, how did that come up in the conversation?
Hey, you said marching. You the one said marching out.
Oh goodness.
It
Yes.
was just, you were destined for that marching band.
So to this day, ladies and gentlemen, let's not segue too far. To this day, well, okay, I can't say to this day, but we typically record Christmas, and we typically ask the kids, even though our kids are kind of grown now, don't go peeking under the tree until we don't even want you to see how many gifts you're getting, the boxes, the presents,
Yeah.
anything until it's the morning of, and you wake up to a surprise. Now this year they might not be waking up to much. It might be just a couple, like one box.
Hey, shoot, as they get older, gifts are more expensive. I get that.
What
Man.
about you, Darian?
So for me, the most meaningful childhood memory is how our family would always get together for holidays. And my mom had five sisters and two brothers, and they had kids. Oh my gosh. So when we got together, just our group, and it was never just our group, as in my mom and her siblings and their kids, and then my grandparents and great grandparents and great aunts. It wasn't just us. It was my mom's sister and her family, and she had like five kids. So it was a bunch of us. It was and but that was the best thing, because all of the cousins would be together, and it would just be fun, and all the food, and the dancing, just
You guys danced?
oh my gosh, the music, and I mean it was just like it was a party. I mean, and everybody participated, even from the most senior person. And of course, like in a lot of families, at some point my great grandmother would call, the kids out, in groups or by ones, and say, okay, now you do your thing. And so, we all had to do something, whether it was singing or whether it was dancing or both, we all had to come out and, and perform for the family.
It's like a talent show.
Yes.
I would like to see some of these dance moves.
Man, let me tell
Darian's
you.
dance grooves.
Let me tell you. Look, hey, I probably could show you some, but yeah, that was the fun thing. Now, we do still do that. We do still get together. Of course, my great grandmother, who everything centered around, is no longer
Right.
with us, and so family have kind of just spread it out, and I moved away and others moved away, and so we don't get together like that massive
Yeah.
bunch, like we used to. But within my family and my sister's children and my mom and sister, we still all get together, and that still is a lot of fun.
All right.
And we still do the whole, we have a talent show every Christmas. We have a talent show, and everybody, does something to contribute to the talent show.
That's right. That's right. I like it. Well, that's really good. I'm thinking I wanted to make like a little segue into the next thing because I'm assuming that we're on the same page because you were talking about family, you're talking about gatherings, and you're talking about just all the things that really make our, like that the human element, a go. And so I was just saying,
Yeah,
we
I'm
might
kind
as
of
well
scared
just
of
go
where
ahead
we're
and
going.
I was just going to put this up on the screen and then you could
Okay.
kind of talk about it.
Oh, yes. Y'all, so Cameron's wedding was Saturday. And it was in Winsboro, and it was at the theater there. And I can't remember the name of that theater. Jeez. But anyway, yeah, so the ceremony was at the theater, and then the reception was a block up at this other venue. But I mean, it was absolutely wonderful. Cameron made such a beautiful bride, as you can all see. And I tell you, to look at that, Ryan, it feels like our Cameron is all grown up. I
Yes, she
mean, look
is.
at that. She's kissing
Aren't you?
she's kissing boys and everything. She's not going icky anymore. But no, seriously, when they exchanged their vows, they wrote their own vows.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And Jake, which is Cameron's now husband, I mean, said the most wonderful things about Cameron. I mean, which isn't hard to believe. I mean, because we all know Cameron.
Yeah.
And Cameron, oh my gosh, the things that she said to Jake. I mean, it was just gut wrenching. And during the reception, when they give the toast,
Yeah.
the best man and then the maid of honor, or matron of honor for her, gave the toast, and they each talked about their relationships, with Cameron and with Jake. And so it was really really sweet. And the thing that was so touching to me, and I had never seen this done before,
Yeah.
but Cameron's matron of honor said that back in high school,
Yeah.
they made a friendship contract, and they didn't say what the contents of that contract was, but when Cameron's friend got married, she brought the contract to her wedding. And then at Cameron's wedding, the matron of honor said, she talked about the contract, and said to Jake, she thought that she would, was going to be Cameron's best friend forever. But now that Cameron has Jake, she's turning over those responsibilities of being best friend to Cameron to him. I mean, it was the sweetest.
Wow.
It was the sweetest moment. I'm telling you, it was really nice. And talk about dancing and partying. Cameron's family knows how to do it.
Really?
Man.
Okay.
Man, her brother and her mother were tearing up that dance floor. I mean, just having. It was just so much fun, and and Cameron and Jake danced a lot. It was just a blast. But anyways, yeah, she made such a beautiful bride, and he was a handsome groom.
Oh, well, we are happy for you, Cameron. Congratulations. We've seen the ring on countless episodes of the Morning Blend. We've seen the bling.
Yes.
And now, everything is just,
Well,
where it should be, how it should
They're
be.
flying out today on their honeymoon.
Okay.
So hopefully they do not miss their flight.
When
She said, I'll tune in if for some reason I don't catch my flight. I was like, girl, you better be on that
Yeah,
flight
you
out of
better.
here Monday morning.
you can always buy Wi-Fi on the plane if you really want to watch.
I mean, just go and don't worry about it. We'll see you when you get back.
I remember heading out for me and my wife's honeymoon, and we were just exhausted from the night before and everything. Your family, friends, you're kind of also managing the actual event, even though
Yeah.
you're not supposed to be. There's still questions that are coming your way,
Right.
and just different things that are happening. So after a wedding, you can be, as the bride and the groom, just completely wiped. So I'm glad that they actually took an extra day, to kind of get themselves together, and now this morning they're heading out.
They partied hard
Yeah.
during that reception. I mean, they went in, they partied hard. They had a really, really good time. And that made the atmosphere that much more special because it was so fun. Another thing that was different for them,
Uh-oh. Tell us about it.
they didn't do the traditional wedding cake.
They didn't.
They are pie eaters.
Really?
And so they did all pies, just different kinds of pies.
Oh, man, that must have been pretty cool.
It was, and out of all the flavors, I still resorted to apple. It was like
Well,
it was so many choices.
Traditional, right? I'm sure they had blueberry and all the
Oh
all the
my
rest.
gosh, so many different pies, but the food was wonderful, and she said it would be. And the food, I mean, it really was good, and the pie was really good.
So if you missed it, LDCC folks, it's okay because you can live vicariously through the memories and through the talking about the wedding. I mean,
Yeah.
and what a great event it was. Cameron again and Jake, we wish you all the best. And we know that we won't see you for a while. I don't know, is Cameron even going to come back? I mean, Cameron's like, I'm done. I'm
Yes,
out.
Cameron has bills. She'll be back.
That was the you better be back
Yes.
from your boss, Cameron. So
Yes.
where are we headed to next? I don't know if we're doing news and
Look,
upcoming events or in
so,
case you missed it.
I sent out an email last week, and I told you guys about that we were having to prepare yourselves for the new Lola launch. Well, that happened, and it's live today. So when you go out to Lola, what you're going to be experiencing, I can't remember what all you're going to be experiencing, but
You're just gonna have to check it out.
It's a new user interface that's supposed to be more user friendly, and and it's supposed to be more appealing, more updated, more modernized, but most importantly, more user friendly. So when you get a chance, go out to Lola and check it out. There was a sneak preview. Some departments around each of the colleges had an opportunity to do a sneak preview already. But if you haven't had a chance to go and check it out, and you can let us know what you think about it.
So I think this is a good time to play this then. Because indeed, that's some news.
That's some news, y'all.
Yeah,
That's some news.
incredible. And Lola, it's funny. What a day to start that, right? Today is also the day that faculty have to put in midterm grades. So if you have not put in your midterm grades yet, faculty,
you got to noon.
It's going to be look a little different, just a little different.
I did mine last night before it hit.
And just
Yeah.
have fun with that.
Did you already do yours?
I have a couple more to do.
Okay, so you will have done some on the old system, and now today you're gonna have to do it on the new
I
system.
hope it saved it, right? That's what I'm saying.
See, I didn't have that much confidence in my abilities to navigate all of this, and I didn't want to, just really mess up anything as far as grades were concerned. So I made
Yeah,
sure
good job.
I did mine last night so I can be prepared.
That was nice. That was
Yeah,
nice. What else
yeah.
do we have?
All right, so upcoming this week, and you'll also catch all of these things in the Week at a Glance, which, is coming out very early this morning, y'all, because I actually did it yesterday.
What?
I know.
On a Sunday?
I was like in a groove, man, getting some stuff done.
I don't know if you're a Saints fan, but I was watching the game, and it was easy to turn it off at a point because it was just getting terrible. So I don't blame you for trying to, drown your sorrows in work.
Look.
Terrible.
Well, we play fantasy football.
Yes,
we have
yes.
a family league. And so I was upstairs in our office, and I had my phone sitting up, so that I could see all of my players. And so I was watching it as I was working. And so every now and again, when I would get concerned about something, I'd run downstairs to the television and turn to the game that I wanted to see, and I'm standing there yelling at my players like, dude,
Come on, you got to do
come
it.
on, I'm losing. And
Okay,
so,
this is my big question for you. Do you have kickers in your league?
yeah,
Y'all use kickers?
yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You don't use kickers?
No, my league has never used kickers. In fact, it's been a thing where
Really?
we're like, can't stand them. Yeah.
Some of my kickers have at times brought me more points than my running backs.
I can believe that.
And they surely did yesterday. Connor. I had Connor as a running back.
Oh, yeah. James Conner.
2 points last night.
Ooh, that's tough.
Two. I was screaming. So, yeah, I'm behind right now. So,
But-
winning this game this week is totally riding on my quarterback.
Who do you have tonight? You must have somebody playing tonight.
Yeah, I have Josh Allen playing tonight.
Oh, the Bills. Okay.
Yeah, I have Josh Allen, and he's been kind of iffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for fantasy-wise, he's kind of inconsistent. But
Yeah, so, and he's the only one that I have left to play, and my opponent has their defense, and they have Buffalo's defense.
so how close are you? How close what's the
He
point
is-
differential?
Well, they have 73. I have 59.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
I
going to be
still-
interesting tonight.
If Josh has a good game, this shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
It would have helped if Connor had brought me more than 2 points.
That's right.
Normally he brings double digits. So, anyways, I digress
Yeah.
over fantasy
If you
football.
play fantasy football, feel free to put it in the chat, right? We want to know
Yeah.
how your team's doing as well.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I'm undefeated so far. So
Undefeated.
I am ranked number 1 in the league. Look, I've never been here before. I have never been here before. My husband has 2 rings. There's one person in the league who has 3 rings. Amber even has a ring. It's my daughter.
Y'all get rings? No trophies?
Yeah,
ring?
we do rings. Like the big
You
rings.
need to bring one of those rings if you're allowed.
I'm gonna bring it next week.
Oh, my
I'm gonna bring one
goodness.
of Lawrence's next week so you can see what our rings look like.
Okay.
But I don't have a ring. I am ringless, and I really, really want a ring.
Well, I'm just going to say, and then we'll get off of this topic, but my opponent, the guy who I'm playing this week, He's got Josh Allen on his team, so I'm hoping that Josh Allen doesn't.
Oh, I hope
Pitifully.
Josh Allen has the biggest game of his life. I'm sorry, Ryan. Take a loss for me this week. I mean, jeez,
I can't.
I can't. Yeah, I'm not ready to
I'm
take a
3-2 in
loss
the
yet.
league, and I'm barely hanging on to 6th place, so I need every win I can get.
Well, I got bad news for you. Josh Allen is gonna kill it.
right.
He's gonna kill it.
Fantasy football
Okay.
players, let us know. Okay, go ahead.
So that's news. Okay, so this week, which you all will get in the week at a glance, today, Julie Salter is doing a lunch and learn over at the Ruston campus from 11 to 12. I think she's been traveling around to the various campuses doing the effective time management and study habits lunch
Right.
and learn.
In the week at a glance from last week, I remember seeing her name in there. I think she was at the Winsboro campus doing the same time management talk. So this is good that she's getting out.
She's traveling.
I mean, she's doing everything
Man, a
she
lot
can.
of our people are traveling.
Yeah. But that's a good retention effort, though, right?
Yeah, it
Time
really is.
management. And it kind of flows into things that she has done in the past, like career services things as well.
Yep.
So very good.
She is really, really, really good in that area. And I'm not going to get out of order on this. I'll just go through.
Yes,
And so tomorrow, we're having a Cheers to Mocktails alcohol awareness event. This is in conjunction with the SGA Casino Day.
Oh, wow.
So that's hosted by the Student Counseling and Disability Services and Student Success Services, and that's going to be at 12:30 in the Commons area.
All right.
And also, the Rock the Vote voter registration drive is also going to be happening pretty much all day tomorrow on campus here. It'll be in the ATC. So if you know anyone who needs to register to vote and has not, you can tell them they can come over here. We'll get them all registered, and they'll be ready for the November election
Hey.
if they come on out.
Guess what?
What's that?
I have a graphic for that. Can you believe it?
What? Hey,
Get out of here.
boom. There we go.
Rock
There
the
we
vote.
go. Rock the vote.
And it's such a good thing because it says clubs and organizations voter registration drive, but it looks like it's sponsored by, most notably the Behavioral and Social Science Organization
Yes.
and the American Criminal Justice Association. So kudos to School of Liberal Arts, really, and their clubs for stepping up and getting this voter registration drive going.
That's it.
And also sponsored in conjunction with Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, which is also a great organization, wonderful service organization. And so, yes, come on out October 15th, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Monroe campus, and you will get your chance to register, and your voice will be heard.
That's it. And remember, that's in the ATC, not not in the main building, but in the ATC.
Are we expecting a big turnout for that? 'Cause
I
it's
hope
a-
so.
It's a big room.
I know. I hope so.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
maybe they're walking by faith.
And not
I
by
pray
sight.
that. Yep. I pray that
Sunday
there
was-
are quite a few people who show up.
That's
for
right.
that.
Sunday was yesterday, right?
Yes, it was. Amen, brother. All right. Wednesday, the 16th, Julie will be at the Jonesboro campus. Yeah, at the Jonesboro campus for the Effective Time Management and Study Habits Lunch and Learn. That threw me because I actually wrote Ruston, but it is Jonesboro.
Oh, good catch.
Yeah, and it's 12:30 to 1:30 there. So if you want to make one, you have two options to do it this week, either today or Wednesday. Today's Ruston, Wednesday is Jonesboro. Thursday, Winsboro campus is hosting the Louisiana Center for Health Equity as they present LA 40 by 2030 tours for Region 8, and their stop on that side of the state is going to be at our Winsboro campus.
Okay.
And that program starts at noon, so they're raising awareness for health equity.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
That
so
sounds good.
if you have anybody that you know whose burning passion is making sure that there's health equity in the state of Louisiana, you can tell them be at our Winsboro campus Thursday at 12 noon.
And when you talk about health equity, just to be clear, we're talking about access for all.
Everybody.
I got you. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds great.
All right, now Friday is a big day here for all employees.
You don't say.
You don't say. Yes, I do say.
You do say.
I do say.
Okay.
And I do say that there's a lot happening because that is our annual employee appreciation event. I had to think about that.
On October 18th
That's a
that
lot
we're
of
talking about?
words.
That's a lot of words. Specifically,
October 18th.
but there's a specific thing that
But
everybody
there's
knows
a
it to be, right?
specific thing. This year, we're having it in the form of a chili cook-off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a chili cook-off, October 18th. Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
so,
I want to say you sent out quite a bit of information about that chili cook-off.
because
And-
there's a lot happening. I mean, the employee engagement committee are the
man.
ones who planned this.
They are really stepping up this time.
Man, I tell you, they really outdid themselves. So there's a ton happening under this one event. We have the chili cook-off.
And just so that people know, everything has to be prepared ahead of time, it seems, in the rules. I'm looking at the rules right now. Chili must be fully prepared at home prior to the event. Contestants are responsible for bringing their own equipment to keep the chili warm during the contest. So that means bring your crock pot because there won't be a crock pot provided for you.
Nope.
The amount of chili should match the number of RSVPs. I thought that was very interesting, which will be shared with the contestants 1 week before, so everybody should already have that
They
information.
should have it, yep.
So if there's 50 people that signed up, that means you have to have 50 servings of chili so that everybody
Exactly.
can taste. All will be set up in the designated area on campus. And that setup must be completed at 10:15 a.m. on the day of the contest. I did not catch where the event is actually happening
Back
or where
of the college.
the backyard, Monroe campus. Back. Okay, gotcha. That's where it's going to happen. Same place that we do the barbecue
Yeah.
and everything else. Okay, gotcha. And a list of ingredients must be provided. So if you're going to cook for everybody, we don't want to have anybody eating something that they might be allergic to. So it's important
Yeah.
that you list all the ingredients. Now, we're not trying to ask you to give your secrets away.
Right.
'Cause I
But
know
you know,
some
if
people
it's, if it's deer meat, I would want to know because I'm going to pass.
You don't like that?
No.
Venison, oh my gosh,
No.
okay. Whoever's making a venison chili, I will be there to have it. The
Yes.
whole pot.
I think that those are very important details to know. So, yes,
We're not going to
provide that list of ingredients.
Are you one of those like, oh, it's Bambi, I can't eat?
Yes.
Oh, no, come on, Darren.
Yes, that is me. That
You
is
know,
me.
he was just a
Look.
fictitious
Yeah,
character.
no,
It's just a cartoon.
I can't even stomach it. That and rabbit, it's like I could just see the little furry animals. I can't do it.
Okay.
Can't do it. But yeah, so that's happening. Also, there is a hot pepper eating contest, not chili pepper, hot pepper eating contest.
Yes, the chili pepper contest rules, which goes in conjunction with the chili cook-off.
And
Now,
so I know 2 people who have entered this.
this is interesting. Are we allowed to say who those people are, or we're just going to leave
Yeah.
it as a surprise?
I mean, well, I guess we can leave it as a surprise.
This is going to probably be the most entertaining part
Oh my
of
gosh.
the entire day. If you've ever tried to eat a hot pepper, you might be able to take one down,
Yeah.
maybe 2, but this is going to be a progressively hotter and hotter.
You know, and
Pepper that
I
you
don't think
eat.
I could do the whole pepper. If there was a slice
Mm-hmm.
of a pepper, I could probably do that. But man, if they have to eat like the whole pepper,
Yeah.
I mean, surely they're going to have milk present to coat the stomach, I mean,
Well, maybe after the fact. I mean, because, okay, I'm reading the rules, and this was in last week's Week at a Glance, but just to let you know, multiple rounds, we know that. The heat of the chilies will increase over time. Each contestant will be given 1 pepper per round.
one whole pepper.
It doesn't even say how many rounds there are. This could be infinite, right? So good luck, guys
Oh my gosh.
and gals. Contestants must eat the entire pepper, including the flesh. Seeds, which is usually the hottest part, membrane, but you may leave out the stem. Oh, thanks, guys. We don't have to worry about the stem. Contestants will have 1 minute to finish each pepper. That means it has to be downed all the way in 1 minute. Any remaining pepper in the mouth at the end of the round may be finished except in a tie situation, but I'm assuming that if there's a discrepancy, you might be disqualified there. The winner will be the last contestant willing to continue. So think about that, right? There might be some people saying uncle over this whole thing. And so the last contestant willing to continue. If we're in a bonus round, you just keep going until you can't go anymore. In the event of a tie, the remaining contestants will each receive 3 additional peppers. 3, okay? And the first to eat all 3 completely and stand up will be declared the winner. And I thought that was funny when I read that. I'm going to eat, and then I have to be able to stand up. Like I have to be fully conscious, all my faculties ready to go, so I can be declared the winner.
Oh, my gosh.
That is unreal. Other rules, contestants are not allowed to coat their mouths with anything. And if you're found to have coated your mouth and potentially your stomach, you're disqualified. Contestants who, oh, no, I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's early in the morning, but if you're going to participate in this, you got to know the rules. If what you consume comes back, I'm not going to say the word, comes back during a round or within 1 minute after the round ends, you'll be disqualified, meaning you have to keep everything down.
Oh, my God.
Yes, everything has to be kept down. And then
I don't want to see that.
And then the last thing was hilarious. Well, this is the second to last rule, but this is the last rule to me. Now, y'all check this out. Contestants acknowledge that consuming large amounts of chili peppers may lead to health issues and are responsible for entering at their own risk. That the legal disclaimer is there.
Look,
LDCC.
Look.
Be careful.
I mean, and I bet you for every type of contest like this, that disclaimer has to be signed because, there are a ton of like hot wing eating contests, Okay, so when I say I just got text confirmation from our celebrity judge for this event.
Wow, are they listening? They're watching.
I don't know, but
know.
I do know
Good
that
timing.
they just texted.
Yeah, go for it.
So Charles Burkett from KNOE, and some of you all may watch his segment on KNOE because he goes around and he's like a foodie. He goes around and tries these different places and highlights a lot of eateries around in the area. He's agreed to be one of our judges for for the chili cook-off. So, we're going to be filming something pretty quickly, a promo for that and getting that out now that he's confirmed. So that's awesome.
All right. We like that.
That means that KNOE will be covering this.
Yes, that means that anything that happens that's embarrassing while you're doing the chili cook-off will be on the 10 o'clock news.
Now, look, going back to these peppers, man, I just, it's like I've reached the age now and not like
no.
Look, stop.
I've reached the age now.
Look.
That's never a good segue.
I have to kind of check with my body to see, are you going to be okay if I digest this? I mean, because like onions now give me like, oh my gosh. I mean, I can't, I have to space them.
First it was venison. Now
no, I can't. I mean,
onions, you're checking it with
onions are iffy, and I love onion rings. I love onion rings.
That's different though. You could eat that, right? It's fried.
Not too often and too close apart, though. I love fresh onion on like a chili dog, like a chili cheese dog. That's really, really good. I love onions on hamburgers. I just love them. They just don't love me back. And it's the same way with peppers. I mean, I love jalapenos. Now I don't do the extremely hot ones, but extremely hot peppers. But I do love jalapenos.
I'm glad that you're, see, sometimes people just tell on themselves, right?
Yep.
And so,
hey, I keep it real.
As you're talking, I'm thinking, wait, where's the cane? Where's the walker? Because you started saying, as I've gotten older.
Real. Look, it is surprising the things that you start to experience. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
And you're like,
we can't go there.
You wake up and it's like, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to feel this way. What is the deal?
Okay, everybody.
Yeah. So, anyways, look, y'all know what I'm talking about, and Ryan knows too. But
I don't know anything.
Yeah,
I'm not in that club.
Yeah,
Away.
Ryan's keeping that lid on for right now. I'm not gonna bust his game open completely.
Y'all make sure you come out for the chili cook-off and all the antics that are bound to happen with the brave souls that are going to eat peppers.
That is going to be a show. We need to be filming that.
Yeah, oh yeah. We just set up a.
Oh yeah, we should
We
really
just
film
just
that.
just set up a camera in one spot and just hit record and just go. Just let
Yeah,
it go.
Just let it roll.
Wow. And there's also a pumpkin carving contest. If y'all didn't know, that's going to be fun too.
Yes. So the deal with that is, we initially it was launched as as an individual pumpkin decorating contest, but now they've kind of shaken things up a bit, and so they're saying, okay, so no, let's not do individuals, but let's really make it fun, and let's do it by department. So if your department is interested in decorating a pumpkin, and hey, look, no rules apply. So I don't know about y'all, but when I hear no rules apply on things like this, I'm like, yes,
No
you can do
rules.
anything. No rules apply.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no rules apply. So you can do whatever you want to. And
Interesting.
as a department, and the winning pumpkin secures a pizza party for that particular department. If you're interested in that, email Melissa Lacoste.
Let's put that graphic up one more time, because the employee chili cook-off is not only a chili cook-off, it's a hot pepper eating contest.
It's a burn off.
It's a right. It's a pumpkin carving contest. Did they say you just bring your department's pumpkin?
Yeah.
You don't have to
You
carve
don't have
it
to
there.
do
Huh?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because that would probably take
Take a while. Yeah.
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 I saw a pumpkin decorated that had braces.
Really? Mm-hmm.
I thought that would have been neat either for the welding department or maybe the HVAC. I don't know, electric, whichever department that is. That
Yeah.
would be really cool. But yeah, it's some pretty neat ideas out there for people to be able to do.
Yeah, I agree. And also, is there one more contest? Isn't there like a bring
A costume.
costume in there? Bring a dessert thing too?
Yeah, it's the dessert thing. Yeah, that we do that one every year. Bring your favorite fall dessert.
So wait a minute.
Bring
I have
enough to share.
Okay, Darren, this is a serious question. Mm-hmm. Notice I put myself on the camera solo for this question. This is
Okay.
important. Okay, and then I'm going to cut to you so you can answer it.
Okay.
Now, the Employee Engagement Committee, again, bless you, doing wonderful things, trying to keep us all happy and entertained and feeling good about
That's it.
LDCC, morale, everything. The question is this. We're so fortunate to have this chili cook-off in October. Are we still having Thanksgiving in November? Are we still having a Christmas party in December? I mean, because I might.
I know we're putting a lot of emphasis on this one. I don't know. I'm not a part of that. I'm not a part of that committee.
Okay. So
Ask me about convocation. I can tell you about convocation. I'm a part of that
that's in
committee.
January. That's like a whole lot. Okay.
January 6th. I can tell you that. See,
Stay tuned to the Morning Blend so you can find out if all the other things are going to happen, right? All the other employee engagement things are going
we'll
to happen.
have answers for that next week.
That's right. That's right. We'll have you check into that.
Tell Melissa Ryan said, don't be skimping on Thanksgiving and
Yeah,
Christmas.
you can only
on
add.
the holiday segment
You
because
cannot subtract. It's not allowed.
Yeah. There you go.
I think there's one more upcoming event that we probably want to tease because it's next week. So I just want to say that this big event that happens every single year, October 22nd, 5:30 to 7:30.
That is it.
Spooky. It used to be Spooky Science Night. Now it's Spooky STEM Night.
That's been a success from the start.
Annual event. And that wasn't necessarily planned to wasn't in our show notes, but I figured we should just say something about it because even though it's not happening this week, the following week it's a huge event. Our open house, really, the flagship open house outside of LDCC Day that happens,
Yeah.
and we invite the entire community to come out and enjoy.
And our student body,
Yeah.
our employees, it's packed.
Oh yeah, everybody's here.
It's packed.
Yeah, and
Every
so
year.
we encourage everybody to come out, bring your family. October 22nd, 5 to 7:30. Enjoy treats and science-themed Halloween experiments, all the good stuff. Things that you probably didn't even know. You're going to learn something probably at this event as well, whether you're an
Yeah.
adult or a child. And hey, if you want to volunteer, I'm sure they're still taking volunteers
For
to
sure.
help with the event as well. So October 22nd, 5 to 7:30. That's next week. We'll cover that in greater detail on next week's show.
Yeah. I think that was the brainchild of Claire Shepard, and it has grown and expanded this year. So this year's the first year that it will be Spooky STEM night.
Right.
And so if you're interested at all in volunteering with that, reach out to Julie Salter. She's the point of contact for that event.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a blast.
All right. Where are we going next,
In
fearless leader?
case you missed it, so
All right, here we go. Your inner DJ is coming out. You just want a turntable right in front of you.
You know, I wish I did know how to do that. Oh my gosh. I saw the DJ at Cameron's wedding, and he was sitting over there in the corner and he was doing the music, but it wasn't like old school. I want to learn how to do old school, but you know, nobody plays records anymore, but I still would want to learn how to do it just because.
My cousin has a CD player where you can scratch the CDs.
Seriously?
But, I mean, of course, not directly, but, you know, it's like a digital thing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And I think you can do it now with MP3s, too.
Get out.
There's software for that, yeah.
Yeah. That I think the old school just brings back memories.
Can you imagine when that first started, how some people were probably appalled that records were being scratched that way?
The older people were,
Yeah.
because
Right.
we thought it was cool.
Right. Your grandmas and grandpas are, what are they
Like,
doing?
what?
out there?
I know. My grandmother used to say when she would listen to our music, she used to say, "That is not music. They just beating that same tune over and over again. It's not music. They just beating that tune, just beating it." And I said, "Those beats sound good to me."
That's right. You, me, and a bunch of other folks that are watching this would say the
For
same
sure.
thing. So,
For
yeah,
sure.
what's the in case you missed it for today?
So in case you missed it, last week on the Monroe campus, we had well over 200 high school students who came for Manufacturing Day. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, Manufacturing Day has been celebrated annually for some time, and LDCC has hosted Manufacturing Day for a number of years, and the tradition continues. Speak of traditions.
Hey, look at that.
There you go. The tradition continued this year, and so all of the area high schools brought students to learn a bit to this campus, to learn and experience all the different areas of manufacturing. So we got some
I think
some
we do.
photos.
I
All
think
right.
we have some pictures. Look at
Yeah.
Mr. Charles Stevenson, Division Chair for the School of Industrial Technology up there, engaging
Oh, yeah.
the potential students in the Manufacturing Day and all things manufacturing. And I know he can talk about every single machine in the high
He
and
really
low bay
can.
labs. I'm not even going to try. We had him on already once before. I'm sure he could have had a
Yeah.
wonderful thing to say about that. But yeah, he certainly is leading the charge along with the instructors from industrial technology and a host of others that came. So you can see what a crowd, right? I mean, look at all these students
It
in the
was
pictures.
so awesome to
There's
see
a
that.
lot of interest because they know that there is a future here in manufacturing.
Yeah.
And those opportunities are only going to grow. And so if they get on board now and they learn a good trade, if they learn the skills, then they can have a great outcome, good, well-paying job, secure income,
For sure.
and they can start their, professional lives and, of course, grow families and all that stuff and stay in the region.
Yeah, and they like to work with their hands. This is a very good avenue for them. Not everybody wants to have a sit-down kind of a job.
That's right. Sometimes
So-
it's difficult to, it's not for everybody to
Nope.
have an office job or a desk job. You want to get out and move around and
Mm-hmm.
use your hands, like you said. And I think I see the back of Nathan Hall in one of these pictures
Yeah.
as well. So kudos. And I think I see Jeremy Womack in another picture. And
Yeah, they all spoke to the students, and Steve Heidenreich,
that's right.
him right there at the ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they all spoke to the students and talked about the different pieces of machinery and their applications. It was really cool.
Yeah, Manufacturing Day, definitely one of those spotlight events. I mean, if you think about it, if you're a fan of the Morning Blend and you watch this show often, maybe it desensitizes you, or maybe it makes you aware of how many things actually happen throughout the college on a weekly basis, on a daily basis sometimes. Some events are bigger than others, but there is activity happening at each and every turn.
That's it.
And that, my friends, is amazing, and we should all be proud to be a part of this organization.
Yeah, I just thought of one thing that I didn't have on here, but it is news. West Monroe has a new sign.
That's
Have you paid
right.
attention to that when you
I
drive
drive
past there?
past it every time.
Yep.
Yeah, a digital sign, a
Yeah.
digital board,
Yeah.
close-ish to the interstate.
Yep.
So the old sign that was
Is
on
no
the
more.
building was taken down,
Yep.
and now you can program that sign to say all sorts of things.
That's
But
exactly right.
it will always, how do you say that? Flip back eventually to the "Welcome to Louisiana Delta Community College."
That's it.
Hey, wasn't there a white coat ceremony too that happened last week?
The ASN White Coat ceremony was at North Monroe Baptist Church. It sure was.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all check that out on Facebook as well. Lots
Yeah.
of pictures on Facebook for the ASN White Coat Ceremony. Beautiful presentation, of course.
Always
beautiful
well
show,
done.
and a great keynote speaker as well. Yeah.
Always very well done. All right.
Is it time for the feature?
It is time for our feature.
Let's do it.
Da-da-da-da.
Did
I like
Chick-fil-A
that.
sponsor this segment right here? I mean, I see the cup.
You know, they did not. I wish they would.
I didn't know that you were. Is that a coffee in there?
Those cups are in the kitchen.
I see.
And so, I don't like to heat my own cups in the microwave with hot water. So this was very convenient. So
Okay.
I used theirs.
Fair enough.
All right. And did not pour it into my own cup. So how perceptive of you. I wish Chick-fil-A did sponsor. That would be wonderful. All right.
There's a
so
place for you, Chick-fil-A.
There's a place for you here at LDCC. So our feature, November the 11th, mark your calendars for that. November the 11th from 11 to 1, our Veterans Day program hosted by our Committee for Cultural. My mind just went blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we're going to call it the Culture Committee.
Cultural engagement.
That's
Yeah,
right.
For
Let's
Committee
do
for
it.
Cultural Engagement. That's it. And I'm on that committee. That's bad.
No, hey, you know what? It's less about the name of the committee, but it's about the great
it's
work
about the event
that's happening. Yes. Go
Yes.
ahead.
So SGA and the Committee for Cultural Engagement here at LDCC will be hosting the Veterans Day program November the 11th from 11 to 1 in the ATC building. Now, prior to that event, I am asking all active and retired military if you don't mind being recognized, because we definitely want to recognize and highlight your achievement and your service. Please send me your full name, the branch of service to which you belong, your rank, and your military photo. That part is optional, but it would be nice to have it. To me, you can email it to me at datkins@ladelta.edu so that we can be prepared to acknowledge your service on that day. Now, last year we had this program as a breakfast, which prohibited some faculty from being able to attend.
Class, I would assume.
Yes. This year, we're having it a little later in the day, starting at 11, which is a little more time-friendly for faculty. So we're extending a personal invitation to all of our faculty to please come and support our veterans by showing up for this event.
And everybody, I'm sure, will make a great effort. I will also say that 11 o'clock is a popular class time as well. But but that's okay, because maybe some faculty might can bring
Their
classes
classes.
to the
That's it.
ATC to
That would
participate.
be wonderful.
Yeah.
That would
And
be wonderful.
That has happened.
Lunch will be served.
Do we know what the lunch is?
Not yet, but I'll keep you posted.
Surprises.
I'll keep you posted so
Okay.
it won't be a surprise. I'd like to know what lunch is too. So
Does that make or break the event for you, Dave?
it doesn't, because some things I have to go to anyways, but I can go there, with a much brighter spirit.
No.
So that's November the 11th. Please put it on your calendar so that you can plan to attend if you are able to attend.
This event, by the way, every year it changes a little bit, but I have enjoyed it. It's a celebration. It's a solemn occasion. It's all the things that are important. I mean, it's a lot of them. It's kind of like we need to be reminded. It never hurts to be reminded of the sacrifices that are made
Exactly.
for our freedoms and for this country. And so, again, just if you can be out there, please make sure you to attend. If you have time in your schedule, it is well worth it. It's always a great reminder, and I always come away feeling a sense of pride for all those that were in my family that participated, that were military members, as well as just all those that have gone before us to make our freedoms what they are today.
Absolutely. That's the whole point of holidays, is to remember. And this is a national holiday, and it is a time for us to pause and remember, because we get busy with our own lives, and, we tend to forget.
That's right.
Yep. That's why they have Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Yeah. Now, how can you forget that, right?
But you can forget to be appreciative all the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So that's why we have holidays, is so people can remember, so we all can remember and appreciate the great things that we've been given. Speaking of great things, that rolls us right into our Monday morning motivation.
Hot dog, let's do it. What were you doing?
I wish I would have had my camera on film, because if you all could have seen the moves coming from that corner over there, you would have had a very
I would have entertained
great
you.
opportunity to laugh, a good hearty laugh.
Hey, it's okay. Look, I'll do it right now. See? There you go. Those little
Okay.
jingles, they get us through the morning, right?
They do.
Speaking of that, I think we only have about a minute left in the show
We
if we're
do.
trying to end at 9. Now, we did start at 8:05, so I might
Ryan,
could
you're
give you a little grace.
you're edging into my minute.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Okay,
minute
Monday
motivation.
morning motivation. It's this simple.
Your minute.
Enjoy life. It's my minute. You got motivation this morning.
Go on.
Enjoy life. Take time this week. We were talking about being reminded of things. Take time this week to remember to enjoy life. There are going to always be opportunities to be offended, to be hurt, to be disappointed, because we're all humans and we live in an infallible, in a fallible world with fallible people. That's going to be, it's a given. So in the midst of all of that and acknowledging all of that, let's just make the choice to enjoy life, because it's so short. And there are so many things to be grateful for and appreciative of. And you have holidays all throughout the whole year to remind you of things that we can be grateful for.
Wow. Well said. Really nothing else to say about that,
Nothing
except
else to say.
the gratitude part is important. I know probably we hear that a lot. I find that if I'm not in gratitude, though, things start going kind of downhill. So I would say, try to remember at the very most, say, enjoy life, and then be in gratitude as much as possible. I think that's a very accurate statement. It does help. It really does.
It does. And he tacked onto my minute.
I sure don't look at
No.
that. I can't
Look.
help myself.
This is it for the Morning Blend. We will see you all back next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.